Welcome, spiritual travelers, to another Mystic Owl Pick a Card reading. Today's theme is, what is your superpower? So your superpower, or superpowers, is not only something that is your strength, something that you're good at, but it is also a skill that helps you to enable other people to be their best version of themselves. Some way to help humanity or to help the world. Something that you could do that really sort of makes the world a better place, basically. You may have multiple superpowers. Let's find out. Before we get started, I just wanted to say a massive thank you to the team at 78 Stars, who have sent on some beautiful crystals for me to use in my readings. They are going live. Their website commences the day after that I release this video. So I just wanted to send a special plug out to them. Have a look at their site. Some beautiful crystals here. I think it's a seer, a clear quartz seer stone. I'll link their website down below and their Instagram page details too. But they're starting their website on the 18th of May. Oh, sorry, the 17th of May, actually. And I wish them all the best. So I thought I'd just include that detail in this video. Thank you to that team again. But let's get started on the pick a card reading. So we have 5 piles today. We have pile 1 with the little crazy pink and yellow ninja. Pile 2 with the deep blue ninja. Pile 3 with the little green dude. Pile 4 is my favorite color, purple. And pile 5, who looks a bit devious to me. I think he's going to get up to some mischief. I think they're all going to get up to some mischief, actually, but this one seems to be the most devious. He looks like he's going to break into something. Let's call that color peach, shall we? So you'd please use your intuition, have a look over the cards and the piles. The timestamps will be in the description box below, as well as the comments section. Remember, this is a general reading, so take only that which resonates with you and leave anything else behind that doesn't make any sense. And let's find out what your superpower or superpowers are by looking at pile number 1. Hello, pile 1 with the little yellow and pink ninja. He looks like he's doing like calisthenics or something, like a workout. He also looks a little confused to me. I'm not quite sure which way to throw his star. That could mean that you have a lot of superpowers and you're just not sure which one to use and when to use them. Cool. Let's find out what your superpowers are by looking at your tarot and oracle cards. Just remember that your superpowers, they're more important than just your strengths. But these are gifts or talents that you have that can really sort of help guide other people or uplift humanity or help the world in some way. Your first tarot card, is a universe in reverse. So the universe card is another major arcana card that the 5-cent tarot deck creator has included. So you can see in the upright position, it's infinite growth and evolution. But in the reverse position, it says here decadence, stagnation, and regress. Oh wow, you had the Ace of Needles. Awesome. What a lovely card. Breakthrough, new ideas, and clarity. Nice. Okay, pile 1, from your tarot cards alone, I sense that you have the ability to see the way out of tricky situations. That if there is a problem at work or in your social life, in your relationship, financial issues, health situations, you have the ability to sort of sit down and to use your strong intellect and your logic, your reasoning skills to find the best solution out of a situation, to overcome stagnation or regress, basically. That's what I'm getting from those cards. Someone that has the ability to come up with the right idea at the right time and just knows what to do, basically. in order to progress on whatever path it is that you're trying to progress on. Nice. Your oracle cards. Ooh, okay. You have the card of Eastern Emergence. Beautiful. I love this card. With the sun rising over the horizon there. Something being brought to light. And you have the card of Drum. Awaken. Oh, what I am noticing. So with Eastern Emergence and this little black, I don't know what it is. Like I want to say like a minor bird or a finch or something. But it looks very similar, almost identical to these birds here in the Drum card. Awaken. Emergence and Awaken are very similar in their ideals too. Emergence is about new ideas coming to light, inspiration basically, which is all about the same as the Ace of Needles card here. Being able to come up with a new idea or having a certain epiphany on a situation, understanding the way through or what the next step is. But awakening generally is about spiritual awakening, spirit sort of about seeing things from a different perspective and having a deeper understanding of certain situations, but which also relates too with the Ace of Needles in terms of really understanding why you've been blocked in a certain circumstance and then knowing what the next step is in order to overcome that challenge. With the card of the Universe in reverse, I sense that you have the ability to really tap into something quite amazing. I do sense here that you could be quite a spiritual group, Power One. That you're at the start potentially of a spiritual awakening. Something is emerging within you. With the Universe in reverse, infinite growth, possibilities and evolution. You're at the beginning of a spiritual awakening, I sense, Power One. But I think it's you're starting to understand the deeper meaning of certain situations. I do sense, though, that your superpower is really the ability to take the next step and to know what the next step is, to trust your strong reasoning skills and your intellect in order to know what the right step is for you, and to be able to lead people. I do sense a very strong leadership group here, a very intellectual group. You've also got the birds here in the Drum card and the birds in the East. Birds relating to air, to the air, and air being related to your intellect, your communication, and your cognitive abilities. I sense a very cerebral and intellectual group that has the ability to lead people through certain situations by just understanding the deeper meaning of challenges in life. But I am picking up on the beginning of a spiritual awakening here too, which is really beautiful. I sense that you're going to come into a lot more understanding and deeper inner wisdom soon, Pole One. Yeah, nice. All right, Pole One, let's get some further insight about what your superpowers are from the Angels of Abundance Oracle deck. Here's your first card. Oh, wow. I'm going to get one more for you too. I was aiming to get 2 cards, but they came out so quickly. Okay, they're just jumping out of the deck. Your first card, release resentments about money. Okay. Yes, the money system of the world can seem upsetting, but holding resentments about finances just pushes your abundance away. Instead, see money as a tool you can use to better the world. And this shift will help you attract support and golden opportunities. Okay. I am sensing with the light here and the candle, sorry, the angel holding a candle, that you're going to have an epiphany about how to overcome sort of some sort of financial burden or situation that you're currently in, whether it be at work, things haven't worked out so well in your own business or in your career, or potentially you're having some sort of financial situation at home that you need to overcome, but you have the strength to really come up with the best solution to a situation pretty quickly, Power One. And that I sense that you're being guided too, that these challenges that you've been through have been for a reason so that you can learn to overcome them. Yeah, cool. You have take divinely guided chance. There you go. Wow, okay. All positive change and successful ventures involve a degree of risk, and you are ready to follow your divine guidance to new territories. There you are. As you leave behind that which is comfortable and familiar but no longer appropriate for you, you make room for new and more meaningful opportunities. Perfect. That's a perfect card to sort of really like exemplify what I was saying before about knowing just what to do at the right time to come up with the best idea and to really trust your intellect and that guidance that you're tapping into with this awakening that you're going through. You are being guided, and you have the ability to really like weigh up on the best situations and know which one is for you. Take a chance, pile one. There's something really beautiful coming through here. So another superpower of yours, pile one, is that ability to really tap into some higher wisdom, I sense very soon. And it's something that is awakening inside of you, and it will lead you to prosperity and abundance. This is a really beautiful reading, pile one. Nice. Your final card. Visualize abundance in all forms. Okay, that's not surprising. God gave you such great spiritual power, and everything you visualize eventually becomes reality. There you go. Hold a steady vision of that which is beautiful, healthful, positive, and filled with blessings. And that is what you will experience. Nice. Well, clearly another gift that you have, another superpower, is your ability to visualize and to manifest. You're a strong manifestor. By visualizing is the very first step in terms of actually taking... It's the very first step in terms of producing a plan, in terms of actually manifesting the things that you want in life. Pile one, I sense that you have a creative passion or some sort of... there's some sort of path that you want to go down that you've been a little bit afraid of in the past, I sense. With the Ace of Needles being about a new epiphany and a breakthrough, the East card of emergence and like a new sort of inspiration emerging in you, the card of divinely guided chance, and visualize abundance in all forms. There's something that you really want to manifest, whether it be a creative passion, your own business, a new family potentially. You've been afraid in the past to actually take the steps to go down that path, but I sense that now is the time for you to really take a chance on life. Trust your intellect and that ability to really come up with that next step in each and every moment. And that you have the ability to turn the universe card upside down, infinite growth, that you can tap into something really amazing with the universe and to be divinely guided and to overcome any challenges or financial heartache and pain that you've been through. You are really tapping into something quite amazing here, pile one. Also with the drum card, which is all about awakening spirit in your life. I see a really bright future for you, actually. I'm kind of digressing a bit because this is meant to be about your spirit, your superpowers. But I'm just reading it as I see it, and I see an amazing future for you, pile one, because you have the ability to tap into some higher wisdom and to just know what to do at the right time. Yeah, cool. And just know that this is a superpower, because if you can change your life for the better, you then have the ability to inspire other people to change their life for the better too. So you can be a leader, pile one, in the sense that you can show people that they can really trust their gut instincts and their own sort of spiritual guidance to manifest their own dreams into reality. What an amazing reading. All right, pile one, let's get some further insight and wisdom about how you can actually draw upon these superpowers from the Commonplace Tarot deck. A very intellectual group here. You've also got, I've just noticed, decadence there. It says here decadence, which is about having a lot of money and having everything that you want in life. Decadence can sometimes be a condescending word, but I see it in this sense of it just actually being able to manifest all of those sort of material goals into fruition. Like the master manifestor in a way. But clearly you need to do some work in terms of overcoming any challenges in life that you've been through, and sort of any resentments towards money and why you've had some financial obligations and burdens. Okay, wow. Take both of those cards. Ooh, wow, okay. The first card that really stuck out for me there is the Sun card. You've got the Sun emerging here in the East card, in the East Emergence card. Your future is looking super bright, and I sense that you're coming into a place of just a deeper understanding about why you've been through certain challenges in life. Finding joy and happiness in who you are as a person, knowing that that you are okay and that you have certain gifts that you can draw upon. And the Sun is about tapping into that playful energy, that creative energy that you have within you. The Sun really relates to the sacral chakra, which is the center of creativity. So there is, I sense, something that you want to do or change or manifest in your life, a new path, a new career, your own passion project or your own business, pile one. And the cards are really saying go for it, that that is the way for you to overcome any financial burdens. You've got the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, which is all about well, for me, that's all about like inner love and understanding how blessed you are right now. I am sensing that there's a need for you to really like change your mindset too, pile one. Change your mindset from a place of lacking into a place of being grateful for what you have right now, for the family that's around you and supporting you, for any financial gains that you have, for the house that is over your head, for the bed that you sleep in, for the air that you breathe, for the food that you eat. Be really grateful for all of those things, and that will help really manifest your dreams into reality. Because you look, you have here the Seven of Pentacles related to actually finally being able to harvest your efforts from the past, and overcome certain challenges. This is something that's going to happen whether you like it or not, but it's for the greater good. I sense that it's going to be an amazing transformation in terms of really going from a dark place of being in lack and not understanding why you've struggled with certain situations to just amazing happiness and brightness in your future. To reaping the rewards from your efforts of the past and being able to show people that if you can overcome certain challenges and really tap into a high connection, that they have the ability to do that too. And that's your superpower, pile one. Changing your life, and manifesting your dreams is your superpower, which is like the best of all of them, really. What an amazing reading. I hope that resonated with you, pile one. If it did, please like and subscribe. And let's move on to pile two. Hello, pile two, with the blue ninja, with the star. I wonder where he's going to throw it. Let's find out what your superpower is by looking at your cards. Remember, your superpower is more than just a strength that you have. It's something that you can use to really uplift humanity or to help people in certain situations. Something you can use to really like help change the world for the better, basically. Speaking of star, nice, there you go. You have the star card, awesome. In reverse, albeit. Discouragement, despair, and uninspired. And you have the card of Three of Buttons. It says collaboration, teamwork, and learning. Okay. And your oracle cards. You have a card of birth and renewal. I've never seen this card before in this deck. I've been using it for a while, but it's never come out in a reading before. Nice. I wonder if that means something is emerging for you, something new. You've been through a bit of a change, potentially. And you have the card of North and Solitude. And on the flip side, this card comes out a lot. And I think it's because we're all going through a bit of an awakening, really. Humanity is going through an awakening, and we all need time to recharge and to tap into our own inner wisdom. Time to like recoup and to fill our own cups again, basically. Wow, okay. Look, what I'm picking up for you, pile 2, is the ability to change people's minds in certain situations, I sense. You're an influencer. So the reason I'm coming up with that is that you've got the 3 of buttons here. Collaboration, teamwork, and learning. But it's the word of discouragement and collaboration that really sticks out for me. And I sense that you have the ability to really discourage people from continuing down certain pathways or undertaking certain activities that aren't for their greater good, and helping them overcome challenges and addictions in life. To really sort of start anew, start afresh, to be the better version of themselves, like this bird emerging from the egg. It's kind of like the phoenix rising from the ashes a little bit, I suppose. Yeah, with teamwork and learning, I sense that you work well in groups. And the star related to this star sign of Aquarius, which is the sign associated with higher wisdom and education, and contributing to the greater good and the greater whole, basically being very community oriented. I really sense that you have a gift of like being a natural counselor, social worker, like a nurse, someone that has the ability to sort of dissuade people from certain situations or habits, and to overcome challenges in life. With the card of North and Solitude, it's all about them sort of finding their path again, basically, to stepping away with solitude, stepping away from certain things that may not be within their best interest, and tapping in that ability to really become the best version of themselves again. I am sensing, though, also with the shoes here on the star card, that potentially you've been in this person's shoes before too. Maybe that you've had to overcome some bad habits or situations in life that you knew just weren't for your greater good, and you've managed to learn from those experiences. And I sense that you'd be a great sort of counselor, in the sense that you can draw upon those experiences of your own and be like really empathetic to this person or these people. You'd make a great guide too. I do sense also potentially someone that could be like a travel guide or something. You've got the North Star here, which is about sort of being on the right path, the bird taking flight, and the star card with these shoes and this person walking here, the star walking. I do see somebody that likes to travel, that likes to be inspired by being in different places and being exposed to new experiences. But yeah, I'm just picking up on an energy of someone that would make a really great like tour guide or travel guide, or likes to be a jet setter and get around the world, basically. Yeah, cool. But so far for you, pile 2, I sense that your superpower is really being able to like encourage people to find the best version of themselves and to leave certain negative behaviors behind, which is an amazing gift. On that, pile 2, let's get some further insight about what your superpowers may be from the Angels of Abundance Oracle deck. Ooh, there's your first card. Just like pile 1, didn't have to shuffle much. The cards are just jumping out of the deck today for some reason, which is fine by me. There you go. Your cards. Ask for your needs to be met. God and the angels can come to your aid only if you make a free will choice to be helped, and it begins with asking. It doesn't matter how you ask God for help, but only that you do so. The same holds true with clearly asking other people to assist you. Okay. What's really sticking out for me there is the last sentence about asking other people to assist you. I do sense that you've been through your own battles, trials, and tribulations in life, pal, too. You've potentially had some trialing times, maybe some addictions or some bad habits to overcome. You felt a bit lost potentially in your past, but now you've found direction. You know where you're going. You have your guides guiding you, and you've taken flight in your correct path in life. And now you want to be able to help people see the light too. And I do sense also that you have a mission in life, and it's really to sort of like direct people on their own path. I sense that you're being communicated to by your spirit guides, and it's about being able to tap into certain gifts of counsel, encouraging other people to go down certain paths and leave bad addictions or habits behind. Yeah, cool. And your next card is the power of prayer. Okay, ask for your needs to be met and power of prayer are pretty much the same thing if you ask me. Give the situation to God for uplifting and healing, and be open to miracles. Heaven's unlimited resources, love, and answers are awaiting your prayers. Be sure to act upon the divine guidance God gives you in response to your prayers. Okay, cool. So as I was just saying for you, pal, too, you do have the ability to call upon your angels and your spirit guides to tap into that inner wisdom and to know what the next step is in terms of actually having your dreams and prayers come true. I do sense that you have a mission in terms of actually guiding other people with this wisdom that you're tapping into also. I sense that you've really overcome some heartache and challenges in your life. You've got the Three of Pentacles here too, indicating that, yes, you work well in teams, but also that there is like a positive future coming into fruition, that your finances will be looked after if you continue to just trust and have faith in this connection with the divine and continue to guide others on their path. What a lovely reading. All right, pile two, let's get some further insight and wisdom about how you can like really take advantage of this superpower that you have, this superpower of guidance and discouraging other people from certain situations. Just remember to draw upon those experiences that you've been through in life too, pile two. You've walked the hard roads, I sense. You've taken the unknown path in life, which has not always been easy, but your guides have always been there guiding you. So remember to really utilize and draw upon those experiences, the low times, and the way that you got out of them, because that will be the wisdom that you will need to be able to share with other people so that they can do the same thing. Okay, they're not jumping out this time. One more. Your first card, pile two, is the Ten of Wands. Your burdens, your trials and tribulations are at an end. I do sense that you've taken a bit of a pause, so it has weighed you down a lot. The things that you've been through have not always been easy, with the Star card in reverse. The path that you've taken has been really taxing on your body, your emotions, your intellect. I sense that you've been through a bit of depression and anxiety, and things haven't always been easy for you. So you've taken stock and taken pause for a little bit. But it's only allowed this information and wisdom to really tap in. You've started to assimilate this knowledge that is coming to you. You've got a greater understanding of why you've been through these challenges. And the Ten of Wands is all about coming to an end. That you're starting to have a rebirth also, that your time is coming, pile two. And just know that if you use this superpower of being able to like influence people for the greater good, that you have the ability to really like be successful, I sense. Your next card is the Ace of Wands. Bam, there you go. Like a fresh start, new inspiration, new passion. And for me, the Ace of Wands is really like an awakening and a connection to spirit. And your final card is the Page of Wands in reverse. Lots of fire energy here. That's 3 Wands cards, indicating that you have a really strong, fiery energy, that you are a go-getter. I'm sensing like a really Sagittarian energy here. Someone that likes to be alone and go after their dreams and just takes action whenever they want, basically. Yeah, for me, like, as I said, with the Ace of Wands, I always see as like a spiritual awakening, but the Page of Wands too is like a spiritual journey, that understanding that there's something that you need to undertake. You haven't quite commenced on your journey yet, but you accept that there's something that you need to do, that you have a spiritual journey ahead of you. And the Knight of Wands is really starting to take charge and to trot off on that journey. But in reverse, I do sense that there's still some inner work to do, that you need to actually, if you haven't already, you need to sort of take stock and take pause for a little bit, understand why you've been through certain challenges in your life. Take some time out with the North Star and solitude here too, and reflect on why you've been through certain trials and tribulations, and understand that they will only make you stronger, and that you can draw upon those experiences and then counsel and encourage other people to start to change their life also. There is a strong indication that you need to really ask for assistance, I think, from your guides. If you are stuck or stagnant, not moving forward on a certain situation, or just not knowing what to do next, then just ask your spirit guides or your angels to give you some clarity. And I sense that your future is looking really bright, that you have a really beautiful journey ahead of you. And it's really got to do with helping other people, with the Star card being associated with Aquarius, and the 3 of Buttons being associated with working in a team, that your future is all about working with other people and helping other people out also. I hope that resonated with you, pile 2. If it did, please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And let's move on to pile 3. Welcome, pile 3, with the green ninja. He's a little one, just like me, little tiny one. Let's find out what your superpowers are by looking at your tarot and oracle cards. Just remember, your superpowers are more than just your strengths, things that you're good at. These are gifts that you've been granted to really help humanity, or to help people out, to better the world in some way. On that, your first card is the 7 of Buttons. Nice. Perseverance, diligence, and rewards. That's always good to see. Lovely. Well, okay. You have the 7 of Needles. Confession, cowardice, two-faced. 2 sevens, interesting. 7 being, well, 7 is a life path number of truth, of being like a truth seeker, wanting to know and learning higher knowledge. Potentially you're on a journey of learning all about yourself, or just wanting to know about the truth behind reality, basically. The truth behind reality. Interesting. You have the card of water and expression. Lovely. I don't know if you can see it, but there's like a man here holding his arms with the water flowing over him, like cleansing him, I think, purifying his body. And your final card is the card of prayer and hope. Nice. Oh, wow. Oops, sorry. What I have just seen is that they're kind of the same pose. This man and this man holding his arms up to the gods. Except he's facing away towards the sun. He's facing towards us with the waterfall flowing over him. Or her, potentially. Maybe it's a her. Maybe that's a her too. With the long hair. You never know. Yeah, okay. I sense that you, 7 also being the number of spirituality. I am sensing a spiritual group here. I wasn't going to make these piles about spirituality in any way, but I just call the cards as I see them. You've got 2 7s, which is a spiritual number. Water related to your emotions, but also your spiritual gifts and psychic awareness to some degree. And the card of prayer and hope, indicating that you communicate with your God or your spirits, your angels. I am sensing a spiritual group here. But in terms of your superpower, pile 3, I see a really well-rounded group. So you have earth energy here in the 7 of buttons. You have air energy here with the 7 of needles. You've got water energy in the water card and expression. And I see a lot of fire in this card here with the smoke smoldering from his hands. Looking into the sun, I see a lot of fire in this group. So you've got all of the elements here in those 4 cards. I see a really well-rounded, like, individual that has the ability to really adapt to any certain situation. You're a very good people person in the sense that you know how to be compassionate and to really understand why people are feeling certain ways or why they're going through certain situations. You can tap into your intellect and come up with the best scenario and how to overcome challenges, or just know what to say and communicate at the right time. Also, how to help people out when they need help, and to be very encouraging and to encourage perseverance. I see a very well-rounded individual, and that is a superpower in the sense that you can really be the chameleon and communicate and relate to pretty much anybody at any time. You have the ability to put on a new face around different people, and to just show your best self and to be really warm and welcoming and encouraging, which is a really beautiful thing, I think, pile 3. But I am sensing that you also have potentially a strong connection with spirit. I also sense that you have potentially some sort of spiritual gifts. With the card of water and expression and the prayer and hope card, I do sense that you're potentially quite empathic. Also potentially clairvoyant too, with the 7 of needles, being able to tap into that inner wisdom and sort of both feel how someone's feeling, but also pick up on their thought processes and how they're feeling mentally, their mental thought process. Interesting. On that pile 3, let's get some further insight about what your superpower or powers are from the Angels of Abundance Oracle deck. Yeah, the 2 7s just jump out to me as a very strong spiritual connection, especially with the card of prayer and hope. I sense that you're a very positive person too. You always look on the bright side of life. Your cup is always half full, like the water and expression card. Your cup is always half full, not half empty. But things haven't always been easy for you either, pile 3, with the card of 7 of needles in reverse and confession and cowardice, and 7 of buttons and perseverance. I sense that you've had to sort of struggle through certain situations in your life. Maybe you weren't always your most authentic and true self in the past, and you've had to really like own up to mistakes to people, confess about things that you've done, and release that energy of like guilt and negativity from your aura. Which means that a superpower of yours is the the ability to really transmute and change your life, to overcome challenges. Okay. Exercise to increase your energy and manifestation abilities. The key to manifesting quickly is to have very high energy levels, and the easiest way to increase them is through physical exercise. Choose a fun and meaningful activity so that you'll look forward to exercising and it becomes its own reward. Interesting. And you also have the card, obstacles and blocks are lifted. Lovely. That's always like what we want to know. Wow. All your good personal work and your positive energy shifts have overcome previous obstacles and blocks are lifted away. You will now experience progress and forward movement within your projects. Stay centered in gratitude to ensure that your flow of abundance continues. Wow, awesome. So you have been praying, haven't you, Pile 3? You've been asking your spirit guide, your angels, with the hands up here also. I sense that you've been visualizing and praying for like a change in your life, about overcoming these challenges in your past and the guilt and shame that you've been holding on to for possibly not always being the most authentic or truest version of yourself. And now these things have been answered. Your prayers are being answered here. Obstacles and blocks are being lifted. Your spirit guides are letting you know that you're free to move forward, that you can really go anywhere you want and manifest whatever you want in life. And that it does say exercise to increase your energy and manifestation, but I see this card as an indication that your manifesting abilities, your ability to manifest whatever you want in your life, is actually enhancing. The more you put into it, the more that you put into your connection with spirit, the more that you pray and visualize your dreams, the more that they are coming into fruition, and that any blocks that you've had in the past. This is Archangel Michael here for me with the 7 needles here. Strong sort of protection energy. That your ability to be able to bring into fruition anything that you ask for is really increasing, which is amazing. So I was saying that you have the ability to be that chameleon. One of your superpowers is the ability to really sort of draw upon different facets of yourself to be able to help other people and to overcome any challenges by just knowing that you have different layers or different personality traits within you that are strengths. But I also sense that based on the experiences that you've had in the past and being able to overcome any challenges, that now you have the ability to really like take charge of your own life and manifest your dreams, Pile 3. Very strong visualization powers here, I sense. The water and expression card is generally about expressing your emotions, but I really sense that you have the ability to like tap into a strong manifestation ability by meditating or to visualizing what you want in your reality. And with the card of 7 of buttons, your time is coming in. It's time for you to reap the rewards, to reap what you've sowed in your past and actually like achieve your goals and to start being able to pick the fruits from your labor. This is a really beautiful reading. Awesome. All right, Pile 3, let's get some further insight about how you can sort of draw upon your gift, your superpower of being a chameleon and being able to overcome challenges, but also about, yeah, your blocks being lifted and being a strong manifester. Let's see how you can really like enhance that and draw from those skills. I sense that you've done the hard work in terms of having to confess anything that you've done in the past that wasn't so true to who you truly are. And that you have persevered through some times of some deep emotions, like with the water card and expression. Like, I sense that you've felt a lot of shame and guilt in your past. And you've only learned from those. You've released that energy by actually doing the things that you needed to, by confessing your sins, being honest and true to those people that you've hurt. And now it's your time, because you've actually done that work. Your future is free. There's no blocks ahead of you. Okay. The first card that jumped out is a Page of Swords. More air energy related to your throat chakra, communication, your strong intellect. I am sensing that this is a new situation for you, that you've only recently felt the need or the urge to like be a lot more true and honest to yourself and to those other people around you. That potentially you've started praying and hoping for something different in your future only recently, and it's starting to really show in your reality. Things are starting to manifest the way that you had hoped. So this is a really new energy and something that is inspiring for you. Your next card is the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Okay. And your final card is the Nine of Cups. There you go. Okay. So the Wheel of Fortune in reverse indicates your past, that you've overcome those karmic imbalances. You've managed to work through this darkness where you were feeling guilt and shame for not always being your authentic self. But you were really strong, I think, Pile 3. It takes a lot of courage to be honest to people when you've hurt them, and to admit that you were wrong, and then to actually rectify those wrongs. That takes a lot of courage and power. But you've drawn upon some inner strength and some inspiration from your guides, I sense, and there's a lot of new energy coming in. You've managed to go through that karmic imbalance, and you're coming into a place of wish fulfillment. The Nine of Cups is the card of wish fulfillment, where your dreams are starting to manifest into reality, and it's because you've managed to work through each and every challenge in your life and overcome them. These blocks are now being lifted in your future because you've done the hard work in your past. So another superpower that you have, Pile 3, is to be able to manifest a beautiful future by working through the pain of your past. And I sense that that's something that you can sort of guide other people too, that you can show people what you can achieve when you actually take stock and take responsibility for the things that you've done in your past that haven't served you that well. Wow, you are a really powerful individual, Pile 3. This is a beautiful reading. I hope that resonated with you. If it did, please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And let's move on to Pile 4. Hello, Pile 4 with the purple ninja. He looks a bit angry. Look at him. Look at those eyebrows. Let's find out what your superpower or superpowers are by looking at your card. Just remember, your superpowers, more than just some strengths that you have, but a gift or some sort of talent that you have that can really help other people or help the world in some way. So your tarot cards. Ooh, the first card you have is the Messenger. This card comes out all the time for me recently in a lot of readings, both the videos that I do for my channel, but also for the readings that I do for other people. It's been coming out a lot, and I think it's because we're all starting to awaken, and our connections to spirit is getting stronger. And I sense that's what's happening for you too, Pile 4. You have the Messenger, spirit guides, protection, divine signs, so synchronicities and signs for you. Lovely. And your next card is the card of Judgment. So you have two major arcana cards, indicating that your superpower is quite strong, that you are a very powerful individual. And the Judgment card is the card of being called by the universe or called by your spirit guides to undertake a mission to become more aligned with spirit, to bring spirituality into pretty much everything that you do and really dedicate your life to a higher calling, really. Rebirth, calling, awakening. Interesting. Wow, those cards are amazing. I wasn't intending for this reading to go anywhere towards spiritual gifts, but I just have to call what I see. And just from those two cards alone, your tarot cards are really indicating for you, Pole 4, that you have a gift of channeling, or a connection to spirit, that your communication to spirit is quite strong, that they can speak to you in certain ways, whether it be through signs and synchronicities. Potentially you have a spiritual gift like clairaudience or clairvoyance, claircognizance. You just know something is going to happen or just know something about someone. But I see a group that really has a really strong connection to spirit here, or to the universe, that you're being guided through life. Yeah, cool. That's an awesome gift, an awesome superpower, Pile 4. And your oracle cards. You have the card of Sea Creatures Immersion. This is actually the first time I've seen this card. I've never seen it come out in a reading before. Interesting. And your next card is the card of Conch Shell, Calling. Okay, there you go, wow. I'm getting shivers right now. So you've got two major arcana cards associated with being called or communication with spirit, and the Conch Shell, Calling, which is the card really indicating from this deck, the Shamanic Medical Oracle deck, which indicates a strong connection to spirit, that you are being called by the universe through this card. The conch shell is being used as a way of calling, awakening you to a higher calling. So you have the Judgment card, which is awakening and calling, and the Messenger card indicating that there is a strong connection to your spirit guides, that they're protecting you and giving you signs and synchronicities in terms of communicating to you. And then the Calling card, which is basically indicating that you have a higher purpose in life, that your life path is about sort of dedicating yourself to the universe and essentially being a channel or a conduit for higher wisdom. I bet that you're just really good with people, Pole 4. I bet that you have a way of being able to say the right things at the right time. When people are feeling down and out, you know what to say or how to motivate them or to get them out of the dumps, basically. And you also have the Sea Creatures here card with Immersion. I sense that you have... Oh, that's really indicating two things to me. That there's things in you that are awakening right now. Oops. There are some inner talents or knowledge that is awakening in you right now, Pile 4, with awakening here too. Just some inner wisdom, some ancestral knowledge, potentially, or some talents that you are drawing upon that you hadn't known about previously. Yeah, and you're starting to sort of really immerse yourself into learning about them to find out how far these talents go, how strong they are, what other talents you have. But I also sense with the card of Creatures here, and you've also got Conch Shell too, two cards really associated with the ocean, dealing with emotions, that you are a very sort of emotional being too. I sense an empath also, someone that has the ability to really tap into that connection with spirit, and knows what to say at the right times, but also really takes on the emotions of those people around you. If someone is feeling quite down or depressed, you feel it, you sense it, and you know just what to say in order to lift their spirits, to make them feel better about themselves, I sense, Pile 4. But the last thing I'm getting also with the Sea Creatures here is that you're a very playful individual too, that not only do you know what to say, but you also have this energy, this vibrancy about you that just makes everything fun, that sort of takes away the serious nature of any situation. It just adds a playful element to it. Brings out the best in people just by being playful and fun, basically. So your superpower that I'm sensing for you, Pile 4, is really, well, one, it's being a channel. I sense that you have a strong connection with spirit. But also being like an emotional rock for people too. Knowing how to bring out the best in people when they're feeling a bit down or maybe just aren't believing in themselves. You have the ability to lighten the situation and to make people shine because you're shining around them, basically. And I sense that that is your higher calling, to convince people that they can be a lot more brighter and happier just by showing them your true light and your power. What a beautiful reading so far, Pile 4. I am also seeing here with the conch shell and the sea creatures card, two cards that have a very deep navy blue indigo color, indicating that your crown chakra, your third eye, and I sense also your throat chakra too with the messenger card here are very open and in balance, and that you are able to communicate and connect with spirit and then pass on that wisdom through your voice. Yeah, cool. What a beautiful group. Moving on, Pile 4. I just looked at the clock and I saw the number 9. 9 minutes have passed in this reading. Another synchronicity for you. Let's get some further insight and wisdom for this reading from the Angels of Abundance Oracle cards. Find out what other strengths you have. Wow, okay, there's your first card. It just did not want to be shuffled. Okay. Well, that was pretty amazing. Spirit's not playing any games today with this group. It's just like, all right, these are your cards. Focus on your priorities. Where you put your focus is where you receive your outcome. Your priorities are calling to you, which may produce a feeling of anxiety unless you give them time and attention they or you deserve. Even a small amount of time devoted to your priorities will help you feel better and more confident. Okay. That indicates to me that you have manifesting skills too. If you focus on the things that you need to work on, even your talents, your gifts, your priorities, that you have the ability to really change the world around you and bring that into fruition pretty quickly. You have the ability to overcome any challenges quite quickly too, Pile 4. And I really sense that's because you can show other people that if you can overcome your own difficulties in life, that you can convince them through your words, your spirit, your empathy, your drive, that they can do it too. Do the work. Okay, interesting. So you've got two cards indicating that you need to really look after your priorities and any challenges that are coming up with you, powerful. It's not enough to dream or pray. You've also got to take the positive action steps that are being divinely guided to you to take. Consistently working on your priorities will make them flourish like a lush flower garden. Okay. And your last card, pay yourself first. Interesting. Make yourself your most important financial obligation by setting aside a portion of your income every time you are paid. This loving form of self-care ensures that you have savings to invest in the present and your future. So once again, I'm just going to point out the colors here. So you've got a deep purple, which really sort of matches the purple of the ninja almost. You have a lilac color. There's lots of deep blue, navy, and indigo in these colors, really indicating a strong connection to spirit. But it is indicating here that you need to really, there's some things that you need to get on top of too, Pile 4. And I sense that another superpower of yours is the ability to transform your own life. Because you're being guided, you're being divinely guided in terms of what the next step is, what you need to do to overcome any challenges. So you can rely on spirit to guide you through any obstacles or challenges in your life, Pile 4. With focus on your priorities and do the work, there's still things that you need to look after and things that you need to work through, I'm sensing. Potentially it has to do with your financial situation. I just knocked the camera, apologies. But I think if you bring an element of fun to anything that you do and know that you are being divinely guided, and that spirit is guiding you, that the universe is really, it really has your back, that there's nothing that you can't overcome, Pole 4. So I think you can add, not only do you have the gift of being a channel, or a connection to the divine, and an empath, and being able to sort of help and guide other people through certain challenges in life, but you have the ability to really like change your own world, and to sort of co-create with the universe just by listening and tapping into that wisdom. This ended up being a lot more spiritual than I had anticipated, but I just read the cards as it comes out. Wow, what a beautiful reading. I sense that you also you have a lot of dreams too. You're very dreamy, Pile 4. There's things that you do want to achieve in your life. And with all of those colors, there's a lot of different things that you can achieve. Lots of goals that you can tick off that bucket list of yours. Finally, I am sensing a very strong connection to nature. You've got the butterfly, the flower, a bird here, dolphins, the sea. I do sense that you enjoy spending time in nature. Not that that's a superpower, but it's just something that I'm seeing. Yeah, cool. Lovely reading. Finally, powerful. Let's get some insight from the universe about how you can utilize this gift, or these superpowers, basically, from the Commonplace Tarot deck. So let's get some cards to see what you can do, or how you can actually sort of use them to help humanity or help the world. Oh, wow. Okay, there are your cards. You have the Seven of Cups, which really relates to that dreamy energy. You have the Three of Pentacles. And your final tarot card is the Ace of Cups in reverse. Interesting. So once again, lots of like water energy, lots of cups energy. So you've got the conch shell, the card of sea creatures and immersion, the Ace of Cups, and the Seven of Cups, really indicating that you are quite empathic, and you have the ability to really sort of feel the energy around you, which is a superpower for sure, because you can use that to really understand other people's positions and perspectives, to take on their emotions and understand how they're feeling and why they're reacting in certain situations, what they're feeling, and you can sort of then help them work through those emotions and feelings to lift their spirits. But what I am picking up on for you in terms of how you can really sort of use these gifts, Pile 4, in your everyday life. And it may sound really stupid, but it's basically just about just being yourself and actually allowing these things to flow in. There's no sort of certain task or pathway that you need to follow, but to just keep being yourself and doing your day-to-day things, going to work and sort of integrating these skills in your everyday activity. And the reason I say that, I see here with the Three of Pentacles, which is really the card of like getting mentoring and sort of being taught and teaching the teacher through learning. But also with the Seven of Cups, which is often about sort of fantasy and confusion, but having different decisions to make. That I really sense that in your day-to-day activities and your work activities, that you can sort of integrate these skills that you have and really sort of benefit those people around you. In your family life, in your work life, at the gym, when you go to the shops, just by sort of picking up on certain energies around you, people that are feeling down or not feeling so great about themselves, or you have the ability to sort of pick up on when somebody is stressing about something. And you can tap into these skills, this connection with spirit, in terms of knowing what to say, in terms of how to soothe them, make them feel better, tell a funny joke, maybe distract them from whatever they're feeling by talking about something else, or bringing up something beautiful from the past, something that sort of lifts their spirits and changes their thought process. But it's really just about practice, basically, too. Yeah, this is a really beautiful gift, powerful. Remember also, it does say you pay yourself first. This could be a gift or a skill that potentially you could use as a career. I do sense that you have the ability to be a channel, but also potentially to be a medium to pass on loved ones too. But a strong empathic or empathetic ability here. Someone that would make a really great counselor, I sense. But you need to put yourself first sometimes too. I do sense that being an empath can be quite draining for you, and that you need some time, possibly in nature, to recharge and to fill your cup up again. That's all I have for you, Pile 4. I hope that resonated with you. If it did, please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And let's move on to Pile 5. Hello, Pile 5, with the mischievous Machiavellian ninja. If anyone wants to let me know what colour that is, I'm going to say peach. I'm not sure what I said before. Anyway, he looks like he doesn't take much crap, to be honest. Let's find out what your superpower is by looking at your cards. Just before we get started, remember that your superpower, it's not just a strength that you have, something that you're good at, but it's something that you can use to really uplift humanity or help the world in some way, something that you can utilize to really like shine through and bring the best out in people. You have the Six of Cups in reverse. Nice. I think they're dolphins, maybe, indicating a very playful spirit. Interesting. Pile number 4 got a card from this one, the shamanic medical deck, or shamanic medicine deck, I should say, with lots of dolphins on it. Just a bizarre synchronicity. Forgiveness, serious, independence. I always get a really playful vibe when I see dolphins, like with the ball sort of playing up, beating the ball around, basically. Oh, wow, okay. You have the King of Cups. Nice. Compassion, control, and balance. Right, lots of water energy also, like Pile 4 too. So you've got control and balance, indicating that you are emotionally in balance, very sort of in control of your emotions. You're very emotional, you're an emotional being, but yeah, you don't shy away from your emotions, you don't bury them down into the dark cave for later. You like to work through your emotions, to tap into that real playful side of you. The Six of Cups is in the upright position, indicates like reminiscence or going back to feeling like a child and having that childlike energy of innocence and wonder in life. But in reverse, it's about just letting go of certain things from the past. Okay, Pile 5. I sense that one of your superpowers is actually the ability to work through challenges. I am picking up on the fact that maybe you've had a really rough childhood. Or at least there were some hardships in your childhood. It doesn't necessarily have to be with your parents, but maybe at school, potentially you were bullied, or you may have had some sort of disability. But there's something here that indicates that your childhood was not always that easy. But as an adult, you're able to reflect upon that now and understand the importance of those situations and those circumstances that you were put in, whether it be a harsh upbringing, whether it be being bullied at school, having some certain challenges in terms of learning, or I think now you're understanding why you went through those things and actually starting to see the reasons behind it, and the gifts that have come out of it, if that makes sense. The things that you've learnt and the experiences, the growth that you've been subject to by having overcome those challenges and actually sort of reflecting on them and having a deeper understanding of them. So I sense that one of your superpowers is actually the ability to sort of reflect upon certain situations and understand the greater meaning of it. And that may not sound overly amazing. You're like, well, yay, what am I going to do with that shit? But it's something that you can use to actually guide other people too. Like, if you have the ability to tap into your own past and reflect and understand the beauty of each of these hardships that you've been through, you can then do that for other people. And I sense that you're quite an emotional being, and that you have the ability to sort of understand compassionately, really empathetically, why people are feeling the way they are, which is quite similar to Power 4, but just a different superpower, really. Yeah, cool. All right, let's move on to your oracle cards. So you've got the upper world here in future, and the zodiac wheel, and looking up at the stars. Interesting. And you also have the card of West and Purge. Isn't that interesting? That owl looks like it's going through like a portal to me and emerging from the other side. With the green also related to the heart chakra. I am sensing a very sort of emotional, empathic group too, similar to Pile 4. But your superpower comes from the fact that you've actually been through a lot of shit in your life. Like, unlike Pile 4, who just had sort of a connection with spirit and was able to know what to say at the right time. I sense that you've been through a lot of hardships, Pile 5, and so much to the point that it was so extreme that now when you've started to see the light, basically, and you've come out of this hardship, that you have some really powerful sort of inner strength to draw upon in terms of being able to guide other people through certain pains and tribulations in life. And this fish here in the King of Cups card almost looks very similar to the dolphin. You're a very gregarious person. You like to be around other people. You draw energy from other people, I sense, and you like to give that energy back. I get a very playful vibe from you too. Someone that's tapped into some higher knowledge too with the owl here. But your gift is being able to sort of understand people's inner pain and purge them from that pain. Western purge. You can take on some of their emotions and sort of work through it on your own as an empath and purge that pain and that struggle. But also be able to counsel and guide them through this so that their future is brighter with the upper world and future. This card is generally about like being able to see into the future to some degree, but I do sense that it's more for you about creating a better future for other people by being able to transmute some of that negative energy that they're going through, and have a deeper understanding of why they're feeling these things. Once again, we like Pile 4. The last two piles, I'm not surprised. The later piles are always more spiritual in my readings, I sense. But this wasn't supposed to be a very spiritual reading. It's meant to be about some sort of really tangible, practical gifts or superpowers that you can use in your day-to-day life. But I really sense another empath here. Someone that really senses the deeper meaning behind certain situations and sees things from a higher perspective. Yeah, cool. Beautiful reading, Power 5. Let's get some further messages about your superpowers from the Angels of Abundance Oracle deck. I sense if you have had a hard life so far, pile 5, that your time is coming with upper world and future. And there's 2 circles there with the west and purge and upper world. Also with the two dolphins sort of being reconnected, there's an indication of like karmic cycles ending. I sense that your future is looking quite bright. And this is a gift that you can use to really sort of enhance your career or to change paths in a way. Oh, wow. You have the card of moonlighting, which really sort of, look at that color, it taps into the same color of the upper world. You can start working on your dream career part-time while keeping your other jobs to pay the bills. Soon your dream career will take flight. Like the owl and fully support you. This is amazing. Okay, I was just talking about how I think that you can use this as a career, that your future is looking really bright, and then the moonlighting card jumps out. I love it when that stuff happens in readings. It always brings me the shivers. Oh my god, okay. That was the perfect card to come out as I was talking about it. And I sense it's that you have a strong gift of counseling too, or being an empath, of alleviating pain and trauma from people that are going through similar situations that you've been through. You've learned a lot from your past, I sense. You've overcome a lot of challenges, and I think you have the gift of being able to shine the light on the path for other people to get through their challenges too. Your next card, pile 5, clearing debts. Okay. Which for me is all about sort of karmic debts and overcoming challenges. Your self-care involves removing the heavy burden of financial and emotional debts from your life. There you go. You already feel lighter and freer just by facing these topics and making a plan to clear present obligations and avoid future ones as well. Right, okay, what stands out for me there is emotional debts. By releasing the burden of emotional debts that you've been through. You've had a lot of challenges. You've worked through these challenges. You're in a place of actually starting to shine and to fly, pile 5, because you've been through so much heartache and pain, but you know that all of that was for the greater good, and that it's only sort of given you more experiences, more knowledge and wisdom to draw upon, and to be able to help others and guide others through similar circumstances. With moonlighting and the future card here, upper world, you have a beautiful future ahead of you. It's your time to shine. The karmic wheel has let you off, basically. Yeah, wow, this is amazing. What a beautiful reading. On that pile 5, let's get some further messages and insight from the universe about how you can actually tap into this skill and use it for your advantage. How you can use your superpower of being an empath and knowing how to guide people on their path to make sure that your future is really bright. Here's your first card. Oh, wow. Okay. Ooh, right. So you got the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords being the archetype of logic and reason, cutting out the emotional side of things and just making a decision based on her own logic. She's a very intellectual individual. She's not above compassion. She's quite compassionate too, but just decides to make decisions based on what she feels is the most logical reasoning. You have the 8 of Wands. And your final tarot card is the Emperor. Oh my god, okay, wow. You are a truly powerful individual. And it's because you're drawing upon these experiences of your past that... Oh, I'm just really feeling this reading, this one. The Emperor is a really strong archetype. It takes control, like the Queen of Swords in a way. Knows how to lead and is in charge of your emotions and your thoughts. the Emperor draws upon emotions and reasoning to make the right decision, to be able to lead through understanding and compassion. But it's time for you to really take charge and to move ahead. If you have had the inkling of changing career, you'd make an amazing counselor or some sort of like social worker, working with children, I sense, because you can bring that playful, compassionate energy into your path too. But yeah, your superpower is really the ability to transmute emotional pain, not just your own, but other people's, to release it and to really have a deeper understanding of why people are going through certain situations and how they can move on also, to lead like the Emperor and to help them overcome certain challenges by using your own experiences and counseling them. Such an amazing reading. You have a really bright future ahead of you, Pile 5, and I'm really excited for you. That's all I have for you, Pile 5. I hope it resonated with you. If it did, please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And I'll see you in the next reading. Thank you. Bye.